Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition. Practice with me for alto saxophone. I'm your teacher, Risa, and today we're working in the Standard of Excellence Book 2. We're on page 32 looking at Summer's Rain. So, just real quick, Book 3 is coming up quick. Make sure you get yours in now. That way you don't have to be just ordering it as we're moving on to Book 3. All right. Moving on, back to Summer's Rain. This is going to be the top part, all right? So this is quite an interesting piece. It's a band arrangement, so we're gonna be playing it with the whole entire band. Once again, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to have the backing track play, but if you are interested in playing with the backing track and interactive sheet music, we do have a class on Make Music. This one's in there, so if you're interested in joining and playing along with the backing track, that's down in the link below. All right, so anyway, back to what I was saying. This is a very interesting piece. It starts off nice and slow. You see it starts with Andante, okay? And it does kind of feel a little sad in this beginning part. Once we hit 30 though, it picks up pace, allegro, okay? It kind of becomes a little bit more alive. And then at 57, it becomes andante, and so things change once again in feeling and in pace. All right, so let's take a moment to look and see what accidentals and dynamics and everything we're going to be seeing for sight reading. It's always a good idea to look ahead so you're not surprised by anything. So take a moment to look at your sheet music and see what we're expecting here. And you don't want to take too long though, because if you're in something like juries or auditions, you don't want to be taking up all their time. So we can, well, let's take a look at our key signature. What do we have? We have one flat, B flat. That's probably going to be the tricky part of this piece is the key signature. We're in 4/4, so we don't need to worry about anything there. We did talk about our tempo changes, so we are aware of that. But we can see that we do have some accidentals throughout the piece. So for example, 5, we have a C sharp marked there. 12, we have a C sharp as well. Let's see, 24, we have a C sharp again. 25, we have a good hunk of accidentals there. So we do know we have accidentals. We also have noticed, or at least I have noticed, hopefully you did too, at 10, we have a certain kind of repeat. I'm not gonna tell us where that repeat goes for the time being because when we sight read it, I wanna see if you knew what to do. So let's go ahead and give this a play. So sight reading it. And you may not be sight reading it if you've played it with the band before, but if not, we're sight reading it. All right, ready? I guess we'll just have to I'm trying to think of our tempo changes. At 30, I'll just start us off with a new tempo coming into 32. 57, we'll play that last G, and then I'll count us in for 68. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. there's a fermata here. So you'd watch your director till they cut off. Okay, I'm gonna give us the 2 measures of counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, play. Okay? All right, now on to 30. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. All right, so coming into 67, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. So, you can probably see where tricky areas are, but let's break things down and go over them. So, let's do measures just 1 through 4. Nothing too complicated there. Just make sure you're paying attention on your divided parts. We are C sharp. B natural is secondary part, so don't worry about that. Okay? And we are starting off mezzo piano. 3, we decrescendo to piano, and then we bring ourselves up to mezzo forte 4, 5. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Don't forget on 3, we do have the slur there, so make sure you're not tonguing. Let's do it one more time. Make sure we're doing dynamics as well. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, and those 8th notes are also slurred. Let's go ahead and move on though. 5 to 13. This is where we had that different looking repeat there in 10. It means to just repeat the one previous measure. So that means we're going to play the same thing at 9. So 9, 9, 11. Okay. We have a slur on 8. We do have our a few accidentals there on C sharp. I guess it's just the one C sharp since we're only going to measure 13. All right, so this is still nice and slow. Mezzo forte throughout this section. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So some things may sound a little funky here, but that is correct. Okay, so 9, make sure you're playing B flats because of the key signature. If you missed it, circle the key signature, write in flats there, whatever you need to do, okay? 11, that's a B natural now. So that's where it kind of sounds a little funny, going from B flats, D to B natural, sounds a little funny. Okay, got the C sharp there. And then that C sharp is the same thing on those 2 8th notes. D, and still C sharp. So make sure that that C is still sharp. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Let's take a look at 13 until, I guess it's 28. Okay, there is a repeat sign there. We're going to stop at that repeat. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Rest. Stop. All right, so here, should be pretty fine through 13. Let's see here. 19, the rhythm, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and da, 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 da. Okay? And then, let's see, 20 and 21, we got some staccato, so keep those nice and short. Da, da, da. Or I guess it's just 20. 21's not. Okay, anywho. 25, we have a lot of action going on for just momentarily, okay? We have the B natural going to B flat to A, C sharp, all in eighth notes. And then landing on an F sharp. Okay, so it just looks like a lot. But it also helps that this is a slow piece, so you kind of have time to look and process. Okay, and if you don't, if that feels too fast or you have a tendency to panic, just remember to slow it down, take it note by note. Tricky part there too is that's all slurred, don't tongue that. Okay, and then the accidental still continue on, so then it goes to B natural, C sharp for 2 notes, and then it's C natural. Which means that C on that next 8th note is C natural to B flat now because it's a new measure. Okay? So let's just play the first ending, okay? So 19. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. We do have a little bit of dynamics too that I didn't talk about. 19, well, starting at 18, we're actually going to crescendo up, and then we're going to continue crescendoing up till we hit forte, then we're going to decrescendo down to mezzo piano, and then crescendo up to forte. So let's do first ending one more time with dynamics this time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. right, excellent job. So now we hit the repeat. Where does this repeat take us to? Probably caught you off guard when we were sight reading. It takes us to measure 5. So I would just take my pencil and I'm gonna just circle where my repeats go, so I'm not searching around while the band's still continuing on without me. Okay, so circle your repeats, back to measure 5. So we're going to play 5, this time take the second ending. Okay, so we're gonna skip 19, we're gonna skip ahead to 29. Okay, might also wanna circle that in so you're not searching for it. All right, measure 5 to second ending. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so here, this chord with the whole entire band has some tension, okay? Just so you know what's coming ahead, and when you're playing, you're not double questioning, okay? It sounds a little off, but it's not. F natural. If you're unsure, check your key signatures, okay? Your band director is going to hold you out for that fermata. They're gonna cut you off, okay? Then there's the shazira. That's the thing, those little 2 lines like this. That's called the shazira, and basically it means they're going to just pause. They're gonna cut you off, they're gonna pause, and then we don't come in right off the bat, which is great. We don't have to watch the director all crazy but during the shazira, the conductor will be, telling everyone to be quiet, and whoever's coming in next, they're going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Okay? We don't have to worry about those little, them counting us in because we got 2 measures of rest, but it will go by fast because this is Allegro, it's fast, okay? So that's what we're gonna have to get used to, going to slow to fast, okay? So that's going to be the tricky part there, but just watch your conductor. That's it. Just make sure you're watching them, okay? Then we're just gonna hold on to that A35, coming right in on that beat, but coming right off on the end, keeping it short, okay? So for now, let's just come in right at 32. We'll stop at 35 and then we'll move on, just so we get it, all right? So now we're fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. And another thing, we have a crescendo coming up to a forte. It's a little bit of movement because we're at mezzo forte already, but just so you know it's in there. All right, moving ahead. I don't think we need to do that a billion times. Next, we're coming in at towards 39. We're gonna rest, and the rhythm in this section can be a little tricky. Okay, so we're resting on 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay, so 40 we have a little bit of you'll have to just pay attention because there's the 8th note, so we're coming in on the and. A little bit of syncopation work here. And 2 and 3, 4. Okay, this is gonna be 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so that spot's just a little tricky. Just gotta make sure you kind of keep up with it. It's gonna be a real fast paced, okay? And then 41, we have 1 and 2, 3, and rest on 4, coming back in on and. So it's 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay? So just make sure you rest on those rests. Okay, it's gonna be quick. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it slow. 39. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Okay, so that's kind of what it is. Hopefully you were tapping your foot. My mic's probably not strong enough to pick that up. So let's do it again. Let's speed it up though. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Perfect. I think this section might be helpful with the metronome. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out here. And let's see here. I'm going to take us down to boop, 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 boop. Probably 70, I'm thinking. Let's see, I need to change this to that. Oop, and I want to take the volume down here. That is too loud for moi. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. All right, so hopefully you could hear a little better with that we're resting on the beat for 40 and end of 41, okay? So let's go ahead and speed that up a little bit. This is probably the hardest section in here. Let's do 75. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Excellent job. Let's speed it up even more. I want to make sure we are resting where we are resting and coming in when we're supposed to. All right, we're on to 80 now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and speed it up even more. Let's do 85. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Excellent job. Let's speed it up even more. Because remember, this is a leg row. On to 90. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. All right, let's speed it up even more. On to 95. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Excellent job. Let's speed it up even more. 100. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Excellent job. Let's speed it up even more. Let's just skip ahead to 110. I'm not sure where your director is going to put it, but keep working your way up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. All right, excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and move forward to 43. We're going to do 43 through 51. We're going to play all that until 59. So 43 to 59, okay? Because this is mainly just a rhythm thing. And, we're working our way up note-wise, measure by measure. 46, 50, 54, 58. Those are all going to be B naturals. You see the B naturals there? It's going to sound and feel a little funny, okay? But it is B natural, so play it that way. All right. Ready? And this was fast. We'll kind of just go a little more moderate. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. All right, so hopefully that rhythm wasn't too difficult for you. Da 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 da. Okay, if you struggle with the rhythm, just write your counts in, take time to clap it out, whatever you need to do. All right, 59 to 67, okay? I don't think there was really anything too difficult here. Just watch your countings and your rests, okay? And then 66, your conductor's got a fermata, so make sure you're watching, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, rest. Okay, now the hard part here is not necessarily through that section, but the transition from 66 to 67, because you got the fermata, but we're still kind of holding it out. This one doesn't have a shazira, okay? So which means your conductor's gonna hold it out and then probably have you continue on. Make sure you really watch during this section. It is very important. Watch, watch, watch. So if you need to write in eyeglasses during that time, and you don't need to see the sheet music for a whole note with the fermata. So once you hit that G, look up, okay? Tempo's changing, okay? So gonna be holding it out in, and then your teacher's gonna continue on, okay? So let's just start at 68, because it's a little hard for me to do playing and through video. Just make sure you're watching your director. All right, so 68, until we could do the end. Okay, just watch your accidentals here. Watch your rests. You got the rest. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. And then here we are with another fermata, so make sure you watch your conductor once again for the cutoff, okay? Let's take a look at that D flat. What fingering is D flat? C sharp, okay? So F, to no hands, to C. All right, and that's the end of the song. There's also retardando at 77, so once again, watch your conductor. More than likely, they're gonna slow that down, okay? All right, so I think we're ready to play beginning to end. We'll kind of break it up like we did for sight reading so I can get us in with our new counts. All right, so basically we're doing 1 to the shazira at 30, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we hit the cutoff, the pause. Here we go. I'm going to count us in at 30, so make sure you count 2 measures. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, so the big takeaways here is 39 to 42. Make sure you're paying attention to those rests and stuff. Make sure you're really watching your conductor. Make sure you have your repeats marked. Watch your accidentals, okay? And if you want to play with the backing tracks to the interactive sheet music, it's in the link below. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this lesson, please let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining, and until next time.